Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, host and Pearl Dane, the one and only master of propaganda who loves like defender of the fatherland off here to 2v2. On Pachino, farmlands north is Ruby and Hulksmash fighting here for the German army, Deutschland. He is heading forth for the Hammond-Göring Fallschirmpanzerdivision. In the southeast is ClaudiaEnfield and Mr.Howe with the British 1st Armoured Division. We got Grenadiers, Kettenkrats, Panzergrenadiers, bikes versus a lot of sappers as we set out here on Pachino. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the unending, heroic and wonderful support of the Propagandacast. And a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking the videos. Helps immensely with the YouTube algorithms and also keeps the cat from biting off my fingers. So, off we are, Kettenkrat bike activation for the southern field point, Kettenkrat heading for the northern point C. Germans obviously with this is able to get just a bit more map control here in the opening minutes of the match. The British with a double dingo counter opening, of course looking to shut that down very hard. So we got Canadian Shock here, the first battle group picked out of all 4 players. It is Mr. Howe who dips into Canadian shockness as he fights on for Canada. We got a 250 halfway there for Ruby, another Grenadier squad there for Hulksmash. The dingoes there racing ahead, they're crashing through carts, ignoring the splinters. Hi Joe, got a splinter in my eye, shut up! Terrence, you forgot my name, didn't you? No. Northeast dingo for the Pioneer here, section all the way there for Mr. Howe. ClaudiaEnfield there also going for a section, a bold choice there. Panzer Pioneer forming up a defensive position here, holding up behind an old truck, left behind by the owner, probably due to the whole war business going on. Sappers closing with the Sten guns, occupying position with the set 4 Sten guns. Panzer guns arriving, heavy fire here from the Germans against the Brits. Germans, at least for now, look to be up the upper hand, with the arrival of the 250 half-track, the lighter Schützenpanzerwagen. Meanwhile here, Kettenkrat dodging Allied forces there, sneaking up, laying mines, pushing in here with the Dingo and the sappers. Fighting is definitely all over the place here. We could see the first loss here in the south. It's going to be ClaudiaEnfield watching as the Dingo explodes. Horrifying the section coming in there. Good Lord, Nigel, did you see that explosion? Yes, indeed I did, Timmy. That was terrible. My name's Timothy. Well, you don't look like one. Saps arrived by the 250 half-track. Now the section away there for ClaudiaEnfield. Fighting is ruthless. Saps there close being taken up. Grenadiers quickly switching targets here as Hulksmash comes in, of course, to assist Ruby. Might see a wipe here. Grenadiers ignoring the section at their own peril. Friedrich Ludwig and soon Otto here. Main fact soon join in there in the pixelated afterlife. No, they retreat. Not even. Oh, there we go. That's a retreat as well. So a lot of action here. Up north, Mr. Howe looks to have successfully laid claim here to the north half of the map for now, heroically seizing it in the name of the British Empire. Luftwaffe company for Hulksmash, Ruby being the second player to dive into a battle group, shortly followed after by ClaudiaEnfield, goes for Australian defense. And actually does not go for the 2-pounders, but goes for the Bofors and the 17-pounder gun. Notably, that's 15 pounds more than the 2-pounder. Aha. Those wondering what the devil are, why they're calling them by pounds, it's because of the size of the shell. Basically, they're firing off its, old naval stuff. Some old, military stuff also enabled, also back in the old days, when cannons were a lot less standardized, relies more on, just how heavy the gun was. Or the shell it was lobbing was. So that's kind of like the tradition the British followed up with the 2-pounder, 6-pounder, and 17-pounder gun stuff. Some of you might notice no one else really did that because the British were a bit silly about that. But it's one of those fun little details. Actual Canadians here called in by Mr. Howe, ready to fight for Canada. More section with the ClaudiaEnfield. No Australians do get the anti-tank rifles down the way. The boys, Kettenkrat with actual communication cables upgraded. Thumbs up there to Mr. Hulksmash. Sappers closing in, mine swoops out. Officer concerned about the possibility of German mines. We also got the flag further there being hauled to the front line. The Flieger Abwehrkanone Dreizig. Looks like Abwehrkanone Dreizig. Finishing charge with the sappers. Pioneers closing in south side here. British forces are pushing back against Ruby. Go 2-1. We got flak films on the way there. We'll have to see what the British will do in response. Humbers, Stuarts, Force. Who knows? South side though, British forces advancing. Canadians working alongside them.
Territory lost.
Flag feeling half track almost done there for Mr. Ruby. Hulksmash continues not to pick a battle at this rate, though it's going to be likely either breakthrough or Luftwaffe. It could be coastal, but I will say it does tend to be a bit unlikely for 2v2 matches in my personal experience. Stuart's being researched here. Luftwaffe officer called us there as well for Mr. Hulksmash. Got the M6 moving forward, so we got a lot of anti-tank rifles there, which is definitely a bit unusual. Most British players nowadays do not heavily commit to the boys as well. It does have some limitations, so it is a bit of an interesting choice there out of Claudia there to commit heavily to them. Obviously, the flag feeling half-tech is sort of an arguably reason to go for it, but even then, you're better off just going for the Stuart light tanks instead of trying to use anti-tank to deal with that. Unless your opponent is very bad at, like, you know, using their flak filling half-track. Got the Humber there, though, for ClaudiaEnfield. Section push back there. 2-1 racing in for Das Vaterland. Looking down the infantry section running through the orchards there, hoping to catch a few lemons on the way out. Stuart light tank there for Mr. Howe. And we do get Luftwaffe Fallschirmjäger been lined up here for Hulksmash. Support from the second Fallschirmjäger is shown here being attached. Thumbs up. Chemicals drop them in now. We'll have to see if it does that. We also got a 250-9 here for Ruby with the grenade launcher Panzerpani inside of them. Flanked by the Humber. Let's call that a headset. That's definitely not a headset. And there you go, Hulksmash dropping in. Fallschirmjäger's allied front line, seeing some significant dips here. It's the Germans going in pretty hard, and there you go. Fallschirmjäger's dropping in with their FG-42s. Fallschirmjäger wäre es 42. And a strafing runs ready for Hulksmash. Luftwaffe summoned in. Also note the angles calling in this from, you know, behind them instead of from the front where he says in this, because that's where the shortest distance is. Some players typically aren't, I find, quite as good at realizing this. So thumbs up there to Hulksmash for doing that. There he goes, still lighting rushing, going for the 2-1 here. Guns blazing up and car withdrawing, damage being inflicted at a punishing level here. Got the Fallschirmjägers on line here. Canadians are being cut apart there. Further south, the Humber team with the Panzers and the Assault Grenadiers. Fallschirmjägers were known colloquially by the Western Allies as the Green Devils, which of course is perfectly reflecting them not having any green in game. Up north, the Grenadiers pushed back by the Sappers. Goes in with their Sten guns. Here we go, Panzer assault guns nearby. Could see the Humber theoretically hit with an anti-tank grenade, and there you go. In front with the grenade assault here, and knocks it out. Kaboom, baby. Stinging blow there to ClaudiaEnfield, not expecting that. We got a second Stuart light tank on the way from Mr. Howe. He's also got the incendiary grenade upgrade there. Fallschirmjäger setting out there with their Fallschirmjäger 42. Salvage there for Ruby.
Enemy forces have captured a victory
And
point.
regular Jägers for Hulksmash. Taps the pissing ground point. We got the Stuart light tank almost done there for Mr. Howe. And we got Panzer Pioneer for Ruby. And these are the sections. Fallschirmjäger swiftly withdrawing here through the soon to be very lit up streets of Pachino. Vehicle training out for Mr. Howe, definitely needs a bit of a boost. In the south here, Hulksmash, Lund Grenadiers for extended abandon is forced to retreat in the face of countless very angry Englishmen. As we got a triple anti-tank rifle with ClaudiaEnfield, a lot with the Asia. Interesting choice there overall and build from ClaudiaEnfield.
The enemy has taken a victory.
Oh, we actually got the mortar upgrade, the 2-pounder mortar there for the Canadians. That is a light mortar. typically infantry squads would have had their, like, you know, own active platoons, I think, that had their own, like, mortar, depending on the arm. For example, the Germans had their own 50mm mortar, and I think it was like one per platoon, like the first half of the war, and then they sort of kind of dropped it. But sort of on those fun things. Further worth noting is the German light mortar was incredibly complex, which I don't think surprises many people. The Italians themselves, they had a very interesting mortar. I think it was 35mm, and had like a little seat, and it had a little magazine as well. There was a very interesting mortar design there. Flak's about to get knocked out. We got Flak 36, top of the Flak 38. Ah, there's the 20mm one with a gun shield. There's basically just this Flak 30, but with a gun shield, and the actual 88mm Flak. Interesting choice there. Both Hulksmash and ClaudiaEnfield. Of course, neither of the two have yet to build a single anti-aircraft gun, but it's an option. Meanwhile, Mr.Howe with the third steward, Bishop's on the way to ClaudiaEnfield. We've got 362 versus 403 here. Certainly some interesting choices there.
We've done it.
Good thing about. Also, a little fun fact: there exists many German flak guns that just aren't typically depicted, but we should have did see a reasonable amount of service. Like, for example, you had like a 50mm flak gun as well. So reasonable amounts of use. You had even bigger versions of the Flak 88 as well. So there are some fun bits there. And there we go. We actually got a Flak 36. Wow! It's been ages since we last seen like this one. The static Flak 36, because it tends to be quite easily counted up here. And the tank is gone, and a bit of artillery. But there's so many things that count it. It just ends up not quite being worth its cost, as it just can't do anything except just shoot tanks and aircraft. Despite the actual ones, you know, being able to shoot at infantry, you know, being fairly effective in, like, you know, when they had to double as artillery. Fun fact there. Up north here, there's still breaking through Fudge of Panzer Pioneer, then a bit of trouble. We got more Jaegers. As unfortunately, Hulksmash did lose his Fudge Jaegers. Tragic. And we also got more Canadians out of Mr.Howe. This match is definitely taking some turns I usually don't see 2v2 matches taking, so I'm definitely interested in that. There's the lighting there. Go anti-tank rifle. Boys, they're moving forwards. Grenade launcher letting in some hits there. Got the Flak 36 ready at Veterans Run already. Does it even have like as bonuses anything relevant? Extra damage, a bit free, I guess. Yeah. I think that really makes it, you know, truly amazing there, I think. North side of Paris appears to have been forgotten by all four players. Here it's the south side, and the center becomes the main theatre here of action. And there you go. Flak 36 just sort of watching there. Just get shot at. Can't do anything back. Fritz, there's high explosive shells. Didn't get any. What do you mean it didn't get any? You're supposed to be shooting those bastards at the aircraft. Why can't we shoot them at the infantry then? Flak will knock down. Flak 36 too slow to hit the Stuart light tanks. Panzer Company Hulksmash.
We are losing control of the
Stuarts are rubbing
sector.
about. Panda Feed joining in the funny for Ruby. ClaudiaEnfield there's got a repair. We've got the second Bishop on the way as well. As Mr.Howe, of course, got the incendiary upgrade there. Flak 36 just shooting at something. I was trying to clear out, I think, lines of fire there. Canadians on the alongside the sappers. Screaming as the German army goes on the hunt here. Artillery fire landing off closer to the assault grenadiers. And there goes Stuart tracing. It's a big push, but they forgot about the Flak 36. Ludwig, you hit the wall! The wall! You need to shoot this tank, you Dummkopf! How did he even make gunner? First last one died in an accident. Oh my god. Turn 76 was 4 and 3. Pack 38 scores a great understood light tank, but obviously far from enough to take it out in the south. British forces moving in here. May need a Flak 38 to support the Flak 36 here. And we got The company command post there for Mr. Howe. Panzer Grenadiers, Panzer Puny, Grenadiers, Jaegers all moving in here. Center got the Stuarts once more. The north side continues to just be blatantly overlooked by every plane in the match, it seems like.
Commandant, you have command points available.
Close to losing a Grenadier squad here. Black 36 just shooting, hoping to hit anything. So far with limited success.
Sector lost.
We do have a Panther 4 on the way there for Hulksmash. Panther 3 more on the way here for Rubius. The other one went up the planes. Just a light tanks.
Our front line fails. 250 points remain for us.
Panthers on the way to ClaudiaEnfield. This time it's an interesting choice though. It cancels it. Okay, that was a bit wet. Instead taking up? No, cancels it. Prioritizing the section. There goes. Dude taking a hit from the Flak 36. Meanwhile, heavy artillery fire trying to disarm the German anti-aircraft position. And Crusaders for Mr. Howe. 227 to 400 feet.
Panzer 4 reporting in.
German army here is getting squeezed out and harder by the British. Stuart takes a mighty hit out of the Flak 36. It actually hits veterans too. Wow.
Pioneer infantry killed.
Pioneers taking damage in the angle. We got the incendiary mortars there.
Victory point.
Panzer Storm selected for Ruby. Flak 36 just burning up there.
Territory sector lost.
But manning the gun nonetheless, faithfully, as they believe in NC. More to the front down, section, then trouble with the Panther 3, so the Grenadiers, Jaegers all closing in here, Panther 4 moving in. We got the sections all moving forwards. Grenades there, knock out the section of single blow there to ClaudiaEnfield and the British Empire. Mr. Howe building up there, there you go. Flag 56 goes down after much abuse by British guns and infantry. But it is quickly crewed here by Ruby. Almost hit the Stuart there with it too. In the center here, Grenadiers setting a mine further up north. We do get a bit of light action fighting between the Allies and the Axis, but so far north continues to be significantly overlooked. Even as the Germans are running out of victory points, you'd figure they try and get some easy wins up north.
We have lost the sector.
Canadians caught here in the canal, which I'm sure is also some kind of like Canadian 1970s hit on Canadian radio. Panther 4, they're catching some Canadians as well there. CoH3 pushing up, they've actually got a third Canadian section yesterday, so that's probably the most Canadians I've seen in a long time. In game and outside of game. Heading north to the Stuart. Six Pentagon on the move there.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Further north, switching to the race here, swinging into completely disassemble the German northern flank here.
Commandant.
Meanwhile, though, this is allowing the Germans to the centre here, as there seems a bit of lack of coordination. ClaudiaEnfield relying too heavily on the artillery, meaning Claudia has no real field presence. That really means like Mr. Howe has to do all the legwork, and so if Mr. Howe is busy one place, it kind of means Claudia's not really applying much pressure elsewhere. We do get Mr. Howe with the grants, 2 thumbs up, and through Grant we got more Panther 3 for Ruby. Hulksmash Light's going to go for another Panther 4 whenever he gets the time for it. Maybe some Starstorm 2 or some Fallschirmjäger.
Medics are standing by at headquarters.
Looks like the Flak 36 has finally been turned into a Flat 36. Flak 37, I guess. Which was the slightly improved version of the Flak 36.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Shooting at a Panther 4, we got soldiers closing in power over the 250-9. And there you go. Grant on the move. Bishops letting loose. Stuart racing in. Here we got 180 with 335. It's guns blazing. Big old Canadian push here. Grant supported by 2 Canadian sections. As walls and such come crumbling down. We got 180 with 335. Further south here, sappers busy laying down mines. Thumbs up to ClaudiaEnfield, at least on that side. Infantry training on the way there for Mr.Howe. They're going to give those Canadians a bit more of a boost.
Victory point is under enemy
They
control.
clearly sorely need. I imagine Hulksmash setting up for Loiter, and I imagine Ruby is as well for the classic armored support Luftwaffe. Loiter. Hold down, Panther 4, supporting the Grenadiers here. Oh, the Grenadiers got smashed into oblivion there. With another ground on the weather for Mr. Howe plus armor training. Thumbs up here from the Propaganda Ministry. More Panther Force for Hulksmash, but obviously benefit from some Panzer Company officers who doesn't know where that, and of course some armoured side skirts. The more fudge makers wouldn't hurt either, I'm sure.
The
Some
enemy
stars
have taken our territory.
Another Canadian section upgraded with the PIA, the Projector Infantry Anti-Tank. (142 to 35). Gigs they're meeting, the Grand head on, double Panther tracks, Panther 4 gets off, something recently hit Panther 3 from the other side here, 134 versus 35 here. Smoke down supporting the armoured assault here of the Panther 3. This is terrible for the British second ground arriving. We got the veterans abilities, it's Panther Storm activated for Ruby, not the veterans abilities, almost got one of the Grants here. Shot missed from the Panther 3, they're under Oberleutnant Ludwig. And there you go, Grant down, but the Panther 3 has gone kaput, and the second Panther 3 goes down. 2 Panther 3s for Grant is terrible economy for the German army. South side, Jaeger's pushing, artillery fire going down there. Massive chunks of masonry being torn out of the church here. Jaeger's about to expire entirely. Sappers moving in from the other side. Canadians moving in one direction. Germans in another. Grant moving back in here. Panther Force on the scene. Still no upgrades from Hulksmash's Panzers. Loiter there at the ready. Panther 4's about to go poof if he's not careful. Grant unleashing its veteran ability, guns blazing, Canadian supporting. But we've got the Panther arriving here. Grant could be in trouble now. And we got Matildas. ClaudiaEnfield. And there you go. Grant is about to go down. Kaboom, baby. Stinging blow there to Mr. Howe as both his grants have been granted a permanent trip to the afterlife. Buildings continue to shed much building material as massive amounts of high explosives get flung through the walls and the doors, not the windows.
Our frontline pioneers are dead.
Southside pioneers taken down by the sappers. 127 to 35. And what is this? It's a Panzer Bombardier Ruby.
Pioneers standing by.
Honestly, would have figured he might try and go farm reserves and maybe call some stew something. Got the Matilda moving in. Moving forwards, but not particularly gracefully. If it is then with any grace, it's with the grace of a drunken uncle after way too many beers. Now the Grant on the way there for Mr. Howe.
Commandant, we are ready. They're receiving new equipment.
Section met by the mighty Panther 4. 112 to 335.
Lost the sector.
Germany do something about these victory points and do something about them fast. Because they're under 108 as the Allies is 335. That is not exactly a great gap. At least the Allies remember the North exists. As we got ClaudiaEnfield with another Crusader tank here. Bishop's being moved a bit closer to the front line there.
Increase security around the HQ. We are down to 100 points.
Obviously, a Buffers would be a really good investment because the Germans likely have a lot of Loiters ready. It could prove to be very handy for the Allies to have some anti-aircraft guns, just saying. Now the Panther 4, or 3 of me are arriving here for Ruby. Hulksmash probably will go for more Panther 4s once he gets a bit more manpower. Canadians move through the battered streets of Pachino. battleships, or bishops, not battleships, bishops, back in action there. Crushing masonry and Germans alike. Further southeast, Germans swinging in. Bishops laying news, we've got 81 to 35. 3rd Panzer IV for Hulksmash.
Panzer IV reporting in.
76 to 35.
75 points remaining for our
Panzer
forces.
III moving in, 75, 74. 73. 72, 71. There you go, more 25. Pioneers going down. Panzer IV's been pushing up the Syndicate 1 ground, holding up the line here alongside maybe some Canadians, but the defences are weakening there. In the south, Hulksmash is forced to get away to Matilda, backed up by little sections. And force moving in. From the north side, we get a nice flank here out of Ruby, 2 thumbs up, ready to push with the 2 Panda IVs here. Unit wiped out with the Panda IV. This is becoming a bit of a pinch here that could leave the Allies really badly off there if fully committed to it. It does seem like it's not quite there. Front here at the M10 leaves the flank close to the front and that, and we got Lloyd's pulling into Hulksmash. Panda IV kaput. Turret sent atmospheric. Panda IV's back in action a bit late here. And we got a Lloyd from Ruby as well. Grant finally went down. 70 between 26 here. $70 versus 323. Grant almost done there for Mr.Howe. We got 2 Crusaders and a Matilda there for ClaudiaEnfield. One of which has been upgraded. Actually, both have. Just for some reason the icons look a bit different to the... No, wait, no. Yeah, only one of them has been upgraded, so there's actually light difference there. Trucks from ClaudiaEnfield. Likely, you know, the Polson truck, of course. Well-planned buffers at a time could have been helpful there, I guess. But too late for that now. 73-11. Allies still at a good victory point lead, but loss is starting to get a bit more comfortable. In particular for Mr.Howe, we've seen many a grunt gone.
This should hold you for now.
Hulksmash, got bunkers going up, the repair bunkers, the service of the tanks. Of course, another Panther will be good for us, plus of course armoured side skirts. There's 66 to 309. There you go, repair bunker already on the receiving end there. A lot of punishment out of Claudia's bishops. Coastal truck upgrade right about done. 61 to 309. Heavy fighting for the center continues south side. Now the one side of the map that's forgotten. Crusaders lining up for some funny business. Both of them gone down to Crusader Mark III with a 6-pounder gun. Canadians and sappers closing in. Panda IVs doing what they can here. Pack crews are deeply exposed. And they're going to send more to fight, clearing some of the Panther parties out. In the center, Panther force facing off against Crusaders. 50 points left for the Germans. Something needs to be done. Got a 3rd Panther on the way there. South side attempt to get to the southern victory point. He's meeting intense resistance out of the Allies. 46 versus 309. Building finally gives up there under continued and unrelenting punishment of British artillery. Pioneers about to get wiped out trying to repair the repair bunker. Why can't this repair itself? It doesn't have the right permits. Oh, scheiße. Look, the point, 1 Crusader tank goes up.
Enemy infantry!
And another Crusader tank here for ClaudiaEnfield, meanwhile west side. Tiller's on the way. 39 is 309. only a 10 times difference in terms of victory points. No, actually not even there.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Anyways, Pack 38 crew down. Panda 3's there getting smoked up. Northern point being hit here. Germans needed something to do fast. Southern victory point is open. Could drop in some Faction Pioneers maybe, or Faction Jaegers. Section decimated. Canadians gone. We also got the demolition samples outfit from Mr.Howe, by the way. Trying to grab Northern Point, 26 points. Sappers putting up a hell of a fight against the Panda Fleas. 24 points left. Recovery half-tracks for Ruby. Oh my. Barely anything left for Hulksmash. Really could stand to airdrop something on that southern victory point, but he might be a bit too focused on the center now. Pentaforce going in hard here. Going in aggressively, got Pentaforce north, but the coordination is a bit weak. This gives the Allies more time to focus down the Pentaforce and the Hulksmash first, before the Pentaforce arrive. Diving in there, we got Panzerstorm. 7 points left. Round's about to go down. Recovery half-deck being dragged in. Big old tank battle here. We got the Germans are being absolutely destroyed. Good God. And Hulksmash is gone. He's absolutely gone. There's nothing left.
The day is lost.
GG, game over. In brutal 2v2 here versus the British. I do feel like the Germans could have been a bit more creative with how they approach things at times. Still, the Allies did play well, and I think more crucially, they coordinated quite well. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. This is Imperial Lynching. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye, everyone.